Alrighty, this week's episode, we have a super special guest, Dave Easman. And if anyone that knows Dave, he loves catching big barra and black bass over in the PNG. And speaking of big barra, the biggest one they've got over there is $1.38.
That is a monster for that place. And the best part about it, he's got a few stitch-up stories with the boys on these trips as well, and some hairy landing situations. But most of all, testing some gear to the absolute limit on these behemoth barra.
So when we're talking about testing gear out, Dave was talking about some of these blokes over there are snapping 100-pound leader on these barra. And he's coming back after every trip and replacing his drag washers.
That's just insane. So it's like strapping a few fins to a freight train going down the road, mate. Try and pull that up. So it's some absolute ball tear of stories. And also talking to Dave, we understand how PNG people are so friendly and more than welcome to let you fish their waters. Yeah. And also how much these barra mean to them over there.
The biggest thing I reckon we've learned from Dave is about tying knots, dodging crocs and drinking lots. Let's get into it.
So let's rip the lid off it.
First.
Can't be underprepared.
No, that's true.
Wet them vocal cords up.
Hey.
Lube.
Righto, and on this week's episode, we've got a special guest, Dave Easman. Now, he's one of the kingpins of the local area for barra fishing over in Papa New Guinea. And he's got some cracking stories to go with it. So let's get into it.
Even just for the first 10 minutes, sitting down and listening to some of these stories, just trying to get into bloody barra fishing with these planes, that's unreal.
Oh, just trying to get in there into the camp to start with, you know, the fly in, the fly out, the whole lot. It's all part of the adventure.
Yeah, definitely. So, mate, as we always start, how'd you get started fishing, mate?
I started fishing when I was a young bloke. I lived out of Gilgandra originally.
Yeah, right. Gil boy.
Yeah, Gil boy, born and bred out there. We lived on the river, which was good. We had plenty of fun to play out there. And we had some neighbours that lived up the road, and his father was a mad keen fisherman.
Yeah.
And what they used to do, they go down the river and they used to catch shrimp. They were all bait fishing then, lures were non-existent practically for me, anyway. And so we were down at a place called Wrigley's Crossing. I remember it clearly, and it was not far from home. We had a big piece of gauze, and we were dragging along catching shrimp.
Yeah, right.
And you wouldn't believe it. We lifted this net up, and there's this monstrous bloody yellow belly in it.
Yeah.
And it was a big fella, and I remember they took it home and weighed it, and it went 7 pound. And from that day on, I was hooked. I was hooked. Absolutely hooked. And then every chance I got, I went with the bloke we were trying to catch shrimp for.
Yeah.
And all he done was just hand lines, springers and the hand lines, and we were catching fish in the same hole that we caught that yellow belly.
Oh, yellow belly.
And from then it just went on. It just escalated.
Yeah.
It went from there. Dad was pretty keen, but he worked away a lot, same as I did, and never had the opportunity. And when the river's clear, he had an old boat. Well, actually, grandfather owned a boat.
Yeah.
He had an old Suzuki 5-horsepower motor or something on it.
Yeah,
It was pretty rough and ready, but it did the job. And I still got that boat.
Yeah.
So that boat today would be 50 years old.
Oh, yeah,
right.
That tinny. That tinny I've got, 12 foot. Yep, she's still at home, sitting on top of the container. So it's at home.
Flat bottom or a front?
Flat bottom, flat bottom. You put 4 blokes in her and as much beer as alcohol as you can put in there, and away you go for a weekend fishing.
And a pile of springers.
Beer springers, about 200 of them. It's like watching swamp people. So we used to go to Walgett. We went. We advanced up to Walgett to go lure fishing because the water was clear. I had another mate who was into it. And we started and thought that was end to be. It was just like a drug then. All I want to do is go lure fishing.
Lure fishing,
yeah. So
it's crazy that change when you start bait fishing at the start and then you're like, oh, this is awesome. Yeah. And then you finally get into that lure fishing and it's just like the suspense before they hit it. And that
it only takes one on a lure and you're done.
And you're hooked.
Yeah.
It's like, that was unreal. Let's do it again.
I've always said that to people. You catch your first barra and that's the end of it. You want to do nothing else.
You'd be hooked on them.
That's all you want to do.
Yeah.
You get a good barra, a good sized barra, 70, 80 or something like that first up, you'd be happy. And if you get them on, they go mad.
I've known Easy for a few years now, and every time he comes in the shop, he's got a Barra story to tell me. And I shit you not, we've had it on YouTube watching the Wells brothers, and he's like, right, I'm planning a trip next year, you come. And I'm just like, I get the heebie-jeebies. I'm like, I know, how good's this fishing, but like, do I want to deal with the shit you put up with?
I've been busting my bum to take them, and I just can't get them to go with me.
I will one day.
My ideal thing would be to get a full team of Dubbo blokes, 9 blokes.
Yeah, that'd be unreal.
Take a full crew up there to have a look at it and see what it's like. That's what I'd aim at.
Yeah.
But
so anyone listening, like, how much is a trip roughly worth?
in the early days, it was about $5,500.
Yep.
And now it's $10,000. It's getting up there now. It's getting out of hand. I believe it is for the average fisherman, but you know, with fuel costs, as you say, you have gas and everything else, it all goes up, and it's very dear now.
But it is a good trip for someone that is dedicated to fishing. Like, that's going to open their eyes up like nothing else.
Yeah, no, if you like fishing, that's the place to go, especially if you like to chase barramundi. And big barramundi, and in numbers.
Yeah.
You know, the numbers are there. You can go to Northern Territory, and I've been there, 20, 30 times chasing fish. And if you caught 10 or 15 barra for your week up there, you'd be going pretty hot.
Yeah.
Up there, regularly over 1,000.
That is nuts.
Yeah, it is. It's crazy. It's crazy fishing, mate. Yeah.
Well, are you talking like every 10th cast, every 5th cast?
More or less, yeah.
Oh, that is crazy.
You know, we have 3 boats up there, of course, that helps though, but our best day was 88. We got 88 barra for the day and 4 of them over a metre.
That's mental, eh?
And most of them were running in the 80s and 90s. And last time we went away, we only got 8 for a metre for the week. In our boat, but we got 25 over 98 centimetres.
That's unreal.
That's fat.
Like, you're an inch from a metre fish.
Yeah.
But we got 25.
That's crazy.
But the water levels were fine. Everything was right to go.
Yeah.
And the 3 days before we got there, they had flash flooding up in the mountains. And, of course, the water come down, the water colour changed. The water stayed up on the floodplains. It never let it drain. So the fish weren't coming off the floodplains. So we sort of missed out a bit there. A bit disappointing, but, you know, we had a good time. We still caught 800 and something fish for the week up there, you know.
And barramundi, it's one of those species that's just so polarising for people. Like you said, as soon as you catch one, you're hooked on them.
Yeah.
Like, even you were talking in the shop the other day about the bloke who leaves Friday afternoon from Dubbo.
Yep.
Goes up to, is it Pindari?
No, he goes to, what's the other one? Callide.
Leaves from Dubbo on the Friday afternoon, travels up to Callide with the boat, fishes all Saturday.
Yeah, no, this is gunny. Yeah, he drives all night, gets there in the morning, does a morning session, has a sleep in the middle of the day, does a whole night session, has a sleep, and then drives home
on the Sunday. And what is like
he's sleeping 2 hours a time.
12 hours.
Nah, try 14, 15.
14, 15. I'd imagine it would be, yes.
Yeah, so he's driving 30 hours just to fish for
just
what?
To fish
10?
2 days. 10 hours.
10 hours maybe in the boat.
Yeah,
does he sleep in the boat?
Yeah, always sleeps in the boat. Yeah.
Mate, hats off to you. That is unreal.
I couldn't do it over a weekend. No way.
I mean, I've done some rough trips in the boat, trying to sleep in the boat, doing cod fishing of a late night and that sort of stuff, but I'm not travelling bloody 30 hours on a weekend to do it.
No, that's right. No. But the night fishing's the go if you can get it. They don't like to fish up there at night. Obvious reasons. You got to get home in the jungles, which is pitch black. There's no light whatsoever.
No light
up there.
getting through there at all.
It's dark and dark. Yeah. They don't like it, but they did it. And then the last trip that we did when we caught them fish, another crew went in 3 weeks after us.
Yeah.
They did a full moon night.
Oh, wow.
At a place called Roadrunner. So we have 3 locations. They name them in names or numbers. So the guides know what they are, you know, so you can tell them where you want to go.
I want to go to,
so we want to go to Roadrunner, so we fish Roadrunner. And then there's number 4 and 4D, all there together. Now, 4 is just a big bend, a really big hole. 4D is up from it, and it's got two big palm trees. So one goes straight up, another one bends like a D. So you can see it. You see it well. So straight away it's 4D. We know it's 4D.
You know there.
So they did a night session. They got 16 over a metre, up to a metre 26 for their night.
That is cracker, isn't it?
On a full moon in the same spot, Roadrunner.
Wow. So just for the people listening, just take us a step back and just how do you start and who do you ask and where do you go to begin this journey to go over to Papa New Guinea to fish?
Oh, you talk to people who go and do that stuff.
Yeah.
So I had a mate here. I'm not sort of much of an adventurer fisherman. I got a mate, Colin, and you know Colin Aaron.
Yep.
He's an adventurer fisherman, so he will travel the world to fish.
Yeah. He
Was
is
this the guy that came in and fished Alaska?
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
He's
I've
done
had a bit
tiger
of a
fish. He's done
Dorado.
Yep.
Yes.
No.
Colin. He's only just come home from Mongolia or somewhere.
Yeah, he
so
was
he's been
talking
up
to us in the shop. He'd just come home doing fly
Yeah.
fishing for what was it?
I can't think of the
Yeah,
name.
shit.
I can't either.
Can't even think of what fish it was, to be honest. It was like some sort of salmonoid,
Yeah.
some sort of salmon or trout type
Yeah.
fish up in Mongolia.
Yeah.
But no,
He's the Jeremy Wade of Australia.
Yeah, he is actually. Yeah,
Yeah.
he is.
yeah. So he was saying like he tries to just get out and go as far deep as possible. And what he had to like hike a couple of days in to get to the river system
Yes,
they
do,
wanted
yeah.
to.
And I've seen them in the plains. I've seen photos of them playing, crouched up, three blokes, shoulder to shoulder, hunched up in this little bush playing, going to land in the scrub somewhere. And I'm thinking, there's no way, I'm going to sit in that thing. Like, not a chance, you know. Tie me to the back of it or the wing or something, I'll probably be happy. But there's no way, I'm not going to sit in this thing for bloody 12 hours flying. But he got me into it, Colin. He organised a trip at Melangrita.
Melangrita.
Yeah, we went to Melangrita up the Northern Territory fishing.
Yeah, okay. Cool.
It was wonderful, and we stayed out at Barramundi Lodge, Arnhem Land Barramundi Lodge. That's what it was.
yeah.
And those
Yep, I've
we
heard of
fished
that
out
one.
there,
Yep.
and we caught barra up there, and some bigger fish amongst them. And I can still remember we had a spool on the boat, so the guide tells you what you can do, what's expected of you, what you can't do.
Yep.
Rightio, boys. So all the gear supplied, no dramas, perfect. Rods, reels, lures, everything supplied. So rightio then. So and I thought, I wonder what that's worth, this stuff. So I said, oh, mate, how much these rods worth, mate? He said, $500. He said, you lose one of them, cost you $500. And I said, oh yeah, all right then. Oh, well, that's fair enough. There's no drama. All right, he said, let's get into it. I walk into the back of the boat. Colin's let go with a big cast, hooked onto my rod and threw it straight in the ocean. For $500. I stripped off, and the guide screaming, "Get in the boat! Get in the boat! Not for $500, I ain't." So I jumped in. I swam down, dived, and got back in the boat. That was my first day of barramundi fishing the Northern Territory.
Welcome to the
Great start.
welcome to the NT.
Yeah. So then we
Diving
went,
with Crocs.
yeah, so we pulled into some little fancy bay, and I'll never forget it. And he said, "Do you ever cast for these things? There's little lures. I can't think what they were now." And, oh, yeah, give it here. And I threw it out, and on them on. So I pull it in as a big flathead. Colin goes, "Gosh, you just paid $3,000 to travel 6,000 kilometres to catch a flathead." And the old guide said, "I don't know what you're on about, Colin." He said, "Because I've been here 10 years and I've never seen one caught." So I was pretty happy. I was stoked about my big flathead. I caught the Northern Territory. But yeah, that was when we first went. And then Colin, he ventured on. He went out to Rolly Shoals and all. He had a lot of fishing out there, and he does a lot of it. And then he took a trip to Ben's back. Ben's back in New Guinea.
Yeah.
So he talked me into going on a second trip, and then it was just like a drug. It was the end of it for me. Just amazing. You can get in a boat and go and just fish.
Yeah.
You know, like
it's just exciting.
Big options. You go up the river, up in the jungles,
Yep.
which well worth seeing, of course. You know, a lot of things you can do up there, and a lot of fishing up there. But the problem is that I found up there, and a lot of imagine other people do too, is because there's a lot of logs in the water, a lot of snags.
Ah, righto. Yeah.
Big fish are very hard to land.
Yeah.
Amongst thick timber like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to try and pull them things up.
Yeah,
Like,
you can't hold them. They just spool them, you know, like they run with everything we had. So
yeah.
and that was fine, you know. So then we decided, well, let's go down But the thing we were catching up there on them day, we were catching numbers of fish.
Yeah.
And big Saratoga. We
yeah.
we caught Sarah up there, 90 centimetres sag.
Wow.
Saratogas,
Wow.
and they were regular too.
Yeah.
And we thought it was great. So then we thought, let's take her down the river and have a look. So the numbers weren't down there, but the big fish were, and you could land big fish down there, and that was the end of me. I thought, this will do, mate.
That's great.
Yeah, we'll just stay down the river down here and go right down.
Yeah.
It was good fun.
Yeah. So Colin got you onto that trip over there, and what now you're talking to these blokes down in
so
Melbourne.
we went with Angling Adventures, and of course 9 other blokes.
Yep.
And now all firm friends. So and it just goes on. It's a carry on. So them fellas go fishing on different crews. You want to come with me, Dave? Oh yeah, I'll go with us. Where are we going to? Oh, we'll go Darwin or wherever we're going. At the Moyle Rivers or somewhere, Yeah, I'll go with us. So we go with them, and then you meet another 9 blokes or 10 blokes.
Yeah.
Oh, mate, you get on with them.
So there's kind of a group of yous going something.
It started as a 9-man group, and now, I fish with 60, 70 different blokes. And we go all over the place chasing barramundi, or any fish.
Yeah.
But barra mainly. But that's how we got into there. So it was all through Angling Adventures.
Yep.
And still is today.
Yeah, right.
I think they have a contract with Bob Bates up there at Bensback Lodge.
Gotcha.
So they book it out for a 3-month period.
Yep.
I think they have maybe 9 or 10 groups go for the year.
Oh, right.
And that's only fishing, so it's not overfished at all. So, the natives fish it up there, but there's not commercial fishing in there at all.
Ah, yeah.
So how long you been going for, mate?
2011 I started up there.
Yeah.
So I've had 12 years up there now. So,
Yeah, magic.
Yeah, it's a magic place. And I say, most times we get over, I say most times we get over 1,000 fish.
For the week.
Yeah. You get 1,000 fish between 9 blokes, which is pretty good fishing.
Yeah.
And you knock them off. We had the record up there. It stood for 10 years. It only got broken this year. We caught 38 over a metre for our 6 nights up there, 6 days. And metre 38 was the biggest fella.
Metre 38.
And I got photos of them. I think I showed you. So they were metre 38.
Yeah.
And they were coming home. The boys were coming out, and it was at Roadrunner.
Yep.
They were coming home, the motor broke down, they pulled on the bank, and Marshall got out and started throwing lures and hooked into this thing. It was metre 38 when they got to the boat.
A little bit thankful to break back.
Big fish. But my mate, the bloke I go with up there a lot, Glenn, he's caught, I don't know, wouldn't know. In the early days, they used to weigh fish. So a metre fish was 25, 28, 30 pound maybe, something like that, a metre fish.
Yeah.
One morning they got 30, over 30 pound one morning. So you wouldn't know what they were, but they're all barra, obviously.
Yeah.
They weren't a metre over. Yeah.
So they're pretty much going to be metres.
So in the 1900s, they closed it down. They went back in 2002. John Mondora was up there with them.
Yep.
All them fellas. They caught over 2,000 fish for their week.
Like those sort of numbers, we only dream of catching. Redfin is probably about the only species we could get those sort of numbers in.
That's true.
And like, I remember when I was a kid, I remember reading an article on Rod Harrison fishing Papa New Guinea, and I think it was that must have been early 2000s.
Yeah.
And just some of how like they went and chased black bass for a week, and then they done the barra for the week, and it was mind blowing. Like he was chasing black bass and shaking meter barra off at the side and trying to get back into the black bass.
Off your rat.
They still do that. They still do it at Lake Murray. You know, you could get on a snag and you could troll up one side and get a 40 odd pound black bass. We'll give you a hide and troll in another and meter 20, and they're going, it's a bloody barra. Give the rod here, boys.
I'll fight it.
Yeah, I'll take it. No worries whatsoever. And that's the sort of thing they have up there. But that's why we go there. And actually, last year, Glenn, he caught the first and only black bass I know had ever been caught in Bensback.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, right.
He caught one up there. It's on video. You can see it on YouTube.
Yeah.
So he caught a black bass there, but but he's an exceptional fisherman.
Yeah.
Oh, he's unbelievable.
Yeah.
But,
So you get barramundi, you get toga. Still get toga there?
You still get toga. You get the odd toga, but up in the jungle. You don't get them down on the floodplains, but you'll get the odd one up in the jungle, but not like they were.
Yeah. Black bass. What other sort of stuff?
Black bass are not so common at Bent's Back, but Lake Murray they are.
Lake Murray they are.
Lake Murray's a big black bass place to go. And actually, Marshall, the bloke I told you about, he had the world record, all tackle record for black bass at one stage.
Oh, wow.
Holy shit.
So he's
got a few records in your group here.
Yeah. Oh, unbelievable. Yeah. So, but you can, if you go up there, you catch big fish. You just got to be unlucky. If you don't get a big fish up there, you got to be unlucky. That's all.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
But go prepared.
Yeah, they need to.
Yeah.
Don't spend all that money and go to Woolworths and buy a $150 combo.
Nah.
Yeah.
Because it's only going to end in disappointment.
And a couple of pieces.
And 2 pieces. Yeah.
And like I've serviced Easy's reels when he comes back from Papa New Guinea, and I've seen drag washers that were brand new before this trip, and he's like, if they never replace and just do it.
Yeah.
So I've pulled this thing apart, and I'm like, well, there's not even hexes on it. Like, it's worn back that hard. It's insane. And like, I think, what do you normally run? 80 pound litre?
Yeah, 80. 80 pound litre. Yeah, I've been spooled that many times.
Wow.
And smashed. We had a 4. At number 4, we were fishing there, and we used those big River to Sea rovers, the 230s.
Yeah,
230 mil stick bait.
Stick baits. We used to throw them out and just let them bob along. It was a lazy man's fishing, so you just threw them out, and you let them bob, down. And and 3 of us had the same lure on. So if you start talking, you look around, no one knows who owns what. So that's fine. But we were talking about it drifted down. And then because it started to take the slack up, it pulled the lure out in the midstream.
Yeah.
Well, I better get that in. So I give it a crank, and it went off. Absolutely went ballistic. This thing spooled me. I broke my rod. It spooled, It spooled me. And swum away with 200 and something metres of 60-pound line or whatever I had on it at the time. So that was fair enough, I'm sitting there disappointed. I'm just about bloody in the fetal position. And all the boys are laughing and giggling, except me. I didn't think it was so funny at the time. And I threatened a few of them with a few other things too. But so we just tied another one on because we had a bucket full of them and we used them specifically at that time.
Yeah.
And I tied another one on. We were fishing, and here come my lure. So when the fish had took it, it swum downstream. It was going down. Half hour later, my lure comes from upstream. So the fish had broke me off, swum downstream wherever it was going, turned around and gone
upstream.
Past us again, upstream, and
shook it.
And I said to Glenn, here's my lure. He said, how do you know it's yours? I said, I've still got 200 metres of my line on it. That's why I know. Yeah. And I got it back. I got it back and tied it on, and away we went again. But, so that's why I run big stuff. A lot of blokes don't, and I don't. It's up to them, entirely up to them. Yeah. I pay my money to go fishing up there. I like to catch big fish.
Big fish.
So, I don't want to be fooled around with them there.
No.
If you do, the sharks or the crocodiles will clean you up.
Yeah, right. So they get sharks.
Yes, they get sharks up there. Yeah.
But one of the things that's blown me out of the water, Easy's told me down the track, was the Barra's main food source there.
Yeah,
it's
Sherabin.
Yeah,
Sherabin craze.
Yeah, right. The big
foot long, 12 inch long.
Craze.
Yeah. Enormous Sherabin. When you hit them, if you hit them, they come out of the water. That's what the first thing they spit up. The Sherabin craze.
Right. Yeah, spilling up craze.
Yeah. So if you watch the YouTube movie or the Bent's Back Wolf in 2018, you'll see the barra come out of the water and you'll see them vomit up.
Craze everywhere.
Big Sherabin. Yeah.
Yeah, right.
That video was taken. We'd fished there the week before. They flew in and we flew out on their plane. And that video was made. And you've seen that.
Yeah. I've watched it about 10 times to get me wallet out and start slapping it on the table.
Yeah. It's changed a lot of people's lives.
Do you get much other bycatch when you're up there? Or?
Look.
Snakehead?
Snakeheads.
Oh, yeah.
Snakeheads.
Get pretty big up there, wouldn't they?
They're big. They're just, the guides don't even take them. They just belt them on the head and
leave them
over the bed. Yeah, it's like European carp, I imagine.
Yep.
They drop them. But the thing you want to watch for if you're ever up there is go along. If you see snakehead jumping on the bank, there's big barra there.
Oh, right.
They come out of the water. If you pull up somewhere and you can hear a barra chasing snakeheads. They come out of the water and land on the bank, and the pelicans are there waiting for them. And as soon as they hit the bank, the pelicans swallow them.
Yeah.
And that's all we ever do. We just go down there and just wait and wait and wait, and you'll hear them smashing up. We go to a place called 1.5 it is.
Yeah.
It's very hard to find. So if you went up there fishing yourself, you would never locate it. And I struggle today still to find it.
Yeah.
Where it is. It's probably a gap in the trees 2 metres wide underneath all the scrub. And it goes in, there's a creek that goes in there. When 5 goes off, there's probably no place like it in the world to catch barramundi.
Oh, right.
It's just absolutely stupid. The bloke, Tom Cooper, I think it's Tom or his father, I'm not sure, one of them. He took the first river to sea up there, Rover.
Yeah.
And it was identical colour to a snakehead.
Right.
So you could fish there and fish there and fish there, and you would catch a lot of barra, 80s, 90s, 95s, all day long. You'd catch them there. He took the snakehead up. He got 6 over a metre and 7 casts with it.
What?
Out of that one, first time there. 6.
First time there.
Yep. So the next time we went up, my mate had him. He got 12 metres for the trip.
What?
Yeah, with these snakeheads.
Unreal.
With these, like a lure, like a snakehead colour.
Yeah.
River to Sea Rover.
River to Sea Rover.
Yeah.
You can't buy them anymore. I know where a couple are.
I do too.
My mate's got some stashed away.
Yeah.
Well, it's this trip I want to go on.
Yeah, that's true. So,
Me and Bomber were both like, we'll grab every single one off the shelf and throw it in this box, and the year we go, we've got them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we've probably got 50 upstairs.
You can't buy them. You can't buy them no more.
Nah.
They'd be worth a fortune now today for anyone that wanted to do that sort
Yeah.
of fishing. Yeah, absolutely. Wow. Yeah. But
So, what are you tending to use now if you're not using those?
I still
rovers?
use those. This time they went mad on white plastics.
White plastics?
White plastics.
Like a 7-inch, 9-inch?
Yeah, they killed them on them. They just went crazy.
Yeah,
And
right.
then you got white. They just went mad on white lures.
Yeah, right.
White plastics, at any rate. Probably the water was a bit dirty. Maybe that's why. But
Yeah.
most of the crew that we go with, we always take green judges.
Green judges.
Green Judge
Yep.
or an Elton John Judge
Yep.
is
Elton
the first
John,
thing
yep.
you put in a tackle box for us. And then we
Right.
got them Saltiga poppers we use sometimes up there. But
yep,
So yeah, that's what we use. That's what we run at with any rate. But yeah, it's
Yeah.
good.
So
Marvellous,
what type of rod and reel do you normally run to take on these big behemoths?
Daiwa rods, Daiwa reels. I reckon the big ones.
Zillion.
The zillions.
Yeah.
I don't know. How many,
yep.
I don't know how many zillions we got down. Every time I go in there, you manage to sell me another one. Rave about it. Oh, I'll take that one. I'll take that.
Yeah.
But we use those exclusively. I do, at any rate.
Yeah.
And we use the the new venture rods, the bone ones, the bone rods.
Bone expeditions.
Expedition rods,
Yep.
4-piece ones.
Yeah.
And they're a lot easier to do now, and a lot stronger than what they used to be too.
Yeah.
2 and 3-piece rods. I never used to like them.
Yeah.
But the bone ones now, they're pretty good. They're pretty solid. We've used them. We've caught big mackerel with them, Spanish mackerel and everything.
Oh,
with them.
Yeah.
And so we use those. And but the idea of it is you can pack them and put them in a fishing box, in a bag. So you can, obviously on a small plane, take 2 or 3 sets of clothing with it. That's about all you need up there, because the ladies do your washing every day. You leave your dirty clothes at the door, and they pick them up, wash them, and fold them up and iron them and put them back there in night time. So you don't need a lot of clothes with you. The other reason is because you get in an aeroplane and you've got 7-foot 100 mil pipes
Yeah.
all down between the seats. And it's just a matter of time before someone breaks an ankle or something getting in there,
Yeah.
I reckon. And and besides that, you're paying, $100 each way now to take your rod holders with you.
Rod holders.
Yeah, they're pretty expensive to put on a plane now.
Oh, terrible.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
And really you need conduit to do it with.
Yeah. Yeah, anything soft, they're just going to destroy
They
it.
break them. I come off the plane at Cairns one day, and one of the airport attendants was walking across with a rod holder, and she looked like a boomerang. So you can imagine what happened to the old mate's fishing rods in town. Now, if you was like me and you land there one day and fly out 6 o'clock the next morning to the Ben's back,
Yeah.
where are you going to get your fishing gear?
Yeah, that's right. And considering the money you spend on these trips, like, holy shit,
that'd ruin a trip real quick.
Yeah, just spend $8 or $9,000.
I'd make a mess of that airport.
And that's my biggest fear. You arrive in Cairns and you just sit there and hopefully your bag turns up on the carousel. You just hope, please let it be here, please let it be here. And last time we went down, the trolley, this year I was up, the trolley broke down from the plane to the carousel. So everyone else had their gear, and there's probably about 5 of us standing there like bloody stool pigeons going, oh, no, my gear's still in Sydney. And she finally turned up. But
So usually fly to Sydney to Cairns.
Sydney, Cairns, and then straight to Daru normally. It depends what they decide to do. Horn Island sometimes, Port Moresby other times.
Yep.
So, when we went, we had to come home from the time we flew in. Boys weren't allowed to fly out that night. We got stuck in the jungle. And I think I've told Aaron about it before, got in the plane tipped up because I was too fat in the back of it. They made me get out and get in the front, repack it all, and you up the front, fat boys. I had to get in the front. And so we flew out of there, but when we got into Mount Hagen, we couldn't fly out because the fog had settled in again.
Yeah.
So we had to make arrangements. And then, of course, everything after that is out. So you missed the flight out of Port Moresby, and then you missed the flight into Cairns, and then you missed the flight to Sydney, and then you missed the flight to Dubbo. So everything's got to be booked all over again. So, But anyway, it's only happened once. 10 trips, so it's not too bad average. Especially where you are. Pretty remote. So.
Yeah. What's the flight to Cairns to Papua New Guinea? 4 hours? 5 hours?
It's 2.5 hours. 3 hours.
Not
3
too
hours.
bad.
Yeah, up to Daru. Then it's about 50 minutes to Bensberg.
Gotcha. Pretty small plane going on over, or?
Yeah, she's a 9-seater and she's full. There's not much room in it. I always sit at the back. If I need to get out in a hurry, I can. Especially when you've got blokes driving down the airstrip and you're trying to land or things like that.
Yeah, I've heard some wicked shit on that runway.
That's frightening. And they set fire to the airstrip last time when we come in out of the clouds. Said the pilot, what are we going to do? He said, we've got to land, mate. We've got no fuel.
Yeah, put a wind up,
It did me anyway.
Gripping the seat real tight.
Oh, mate, knuckles are right. I couldn't get them undone. Pries me open. But so that's what got me into fishing. But once I found barramundi, it was like finding God. I think I just I was hooked. That was it for me. I just religiously chased barra down.
Yeah. And you still do a bit of fishing around here? And
I do, I do. I had a bit of a misfortune yesterday.
I saw that you got a bit of a wound on your leg
there. I took my
there.
grandson down there and we tipped the yellow belly out of a net and had to put a set of trebles in my calf muscle. We cut them off and battled on. Now we chase cod and yellows and stuff.
Easy's pretty good at getting cod on surface too. And some proper ones.
Yeah. What's your biggest cod so far?
Metre 5.
Metre 5.
Metre 5 is my biggest fish on surface.
Good fish.
Good fun.
Yeah.
Frightened the hell out of me when it happened, but
it went off like a shotgun, I'll bet.
Crack, you could hear them crack down the river. You can be fishing with my mate. I know when they're on, you can hear it crack. Where barras are boof more or less. But what's the name? Cracked. Jeez, they go off. But we do that.
In rivers mostly, or in the dams?
Some dam fishing, yellow belly, dam fishing, of course. Yep. We go to Windermere, keep it in them places. But used to do some comps there for a while. But mostly in the rivers chasing cod. That's how I prefer it, to be honest. I think cod and dams is a little bit it's a bit
tedious at times.
Oh, I still would knock it back. But
I still definitely love it.
River fish are something different.
I'd rather put the tinny on the back of the ute, load it into the river and go cod fishing for a day.
And use what you've learned over the years to do it instead of scoping all the time.
Yeah.
Pull up, that's a good log. That looks pretty good. Let's have a cast here. Throw 100 casts in, see what happens. That's the way it is.
Right.
Nothing there,
it's a good dropper log.
Here's another log. Let's do it again. Eventually, you'll get them. Live scoping spoiled it a little bit in the dams, but that's the way it is.
Everything progresses on, and
it does. That's true. Same. It's been the same all the way through fishing my career. At any rate, you know, like everything's improved. The rods, the reels, the lines, the lures, the hooks, everything now is down to a fine art, really, isn't it? It is. You know.
Yeah, and then you question, like, how much further can they push it? Like, what's next?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I don't know what is next.
Yeah.
No idea. Like,
It'll be scary.
Yeah. Actually, on Instagram the other day, I saw these guys developing these new lures, and it was probably like a TN60 sort of size.
Yep.
But no hooks. There was no rings on it, no hooks, no anything. But what they'd showed is that if you grab the body and then pull the tie point,
the hook exposed. I did see
comes
that.
out.
hooks open up.
Yeah, it's like the body slides apart and the hook comes out when it gets tugged.
Yeah.
So that
How good
is
is
an
that?
interesting.
Yeah, I did
interesting
see that.
theory.
Yeah.
I mean, talk
Had like
about
a slide and a spring mechanism.
yeah.
Yeah.
No,
It makes it a lot easier fishing around snags, doesn't it?
that's right.
Oh, shit, yeah.
You know?
Like you could chuck in wherever you want, and that
Yeah,
thing's not going to have a hook until
No.
you hit something hard and that hook
pop it
pops out.
Yeah.
Hey,
No, that'd be the best way to do it. But no, so that's what we did, mate. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
I like it up there. I still go.
yeah.
Yeah, you
We're
won't
heading
stop.
We're heading off in December again. We'll go up Darwin and go.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, the Croker and them places out there.
yeah. Beauty.
To try a bit on the bloody summer months leading up to it,
Yep.
leading up to the wet. So,
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See what goes on.
Yeah.
But
So over in Papua New Guinea, all the food and all the
Everything's supplied.
for you.
yeah, everything's supplied. All your food and the boats, the fuel, washing. They make your beds every night. The whole thing. You know, everything's clean, spotless.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's good. They mix the diet up too. You have fish, you have venison, mud crabs,
yeah.
pawpaws, mangoes, pineapple, whatever you want like that. You have cereal. So breakfast is on at 6 in the morning.
Yeah.
Everything's good. Bacon, eggs,
Yep.
whatever, cereal. You're in the boat by 6:30 and you're home at 6:30.
Yeah.
It's a 12-hour
Solid day, yeah.
Yeah, it's a long day.
Couple of muesli bars in the boat.
Yeah.
If you, or just enough beer.
Yeah. Yeah. They were set up for fishing. They weren't set up for touring as such. You know? So now we take our own chairs and get in them.
Yeah.
I leave one every year. They're damaged, broken.
Like having Crocs and stuff up there, like surely you see some wicked stuff with them things. Big crocodiles.
Yeah.
When you get down near the coast, they're big and they're as dark as dark. They are really, and I mean big crocodiles. These are 17, 18-foot crocodiles. They're
Holy shit.
Yeah, and we've tried to got the guides to go in to get close, and they just nearly turn white. These fellas, they don't like them at all.
Nah.
Like they're big crocodiles, and they just lay there. It's like, come a bit closer, boys. Come a bit closer. See, there you go. Come on. And the guides won't get you in that close, but
Nah.
we took some video. The boys have seen it. I showed Aaron a big croc slide into the river up there.
Yeah. some
Unbelievable,
monsters.
but.
Definitely not one you want to go swimming in.
No, I wouldn't swim in there at any rate. But I did get the boys last time we were up there.
Yeah.
This big crocodile, and he would have been every bit of 18 foot. He was enormous. There was two of them actually. They're only about half a kilometre apart.
Yeah.
But this one particular fella slid in off the bank under our boat, and he was enormous. He was an enormous crocodile, and. So straight ahead, my mind goes into Bomakani mode. If I can get something out of this, I'm quite happy. So we'd gone about a kilometre up the river and we'd pulled in at number 4. And long grass on the bank. So we'd pulled in and the boys are trying to motor the boat. And I was sung out top of my voice, crocodile. So our guides left us. they're up the bank about 100 yards down on the bank. And 2 blokes I'm with there on the fetal position in the bottom of the boat. and I was in tears laughing. I couldn't do nothing else. It was one of the funniest things I've ever seen in my life. But once the seed was planted, that was all over for them fellas. They were just they were frightened.
Yeah, I'd be bad for it too. I'd be fucking pulling pranks all the time.
Well, you do already in the boat, mate.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm horrible for it.
Yeah.
Fucking horrible. You go fishing with me and you're guaranteed the butt of your rod's getting hit. I'm fucking yanking your leader.
Something will happen.
Yeah, I'm doing something.
And you're so sneaky at it too. Like I look away for the briefest of seconds, and you're into me. I'm like,
They do it every
gets me
time,
every
mate.
time.
I got the boys last time we were away. They had the 3 boats we pulled up way down the river. It was a long way down. We thought, we'll all have lunch together. We were fishing close together. So. And we're having lunch and all us fellas, all packed up ready to go, and the guides are not moving.
Yeah.
One of my mates, he's pretty gullible type bloke, and he said, "What's going on here?" He goes, "Why aren't the guides moving?" I said, "You see that bloke in the red shirt there? He's one of the guides."
Yeah.
He said, "Yeah, what about him?" I said, "He's from the Stevedores Union." He goes, "What?" I said, "Yeah, he's one of the Stevedores, what do they call him, I said, "They're up here now discussing work methods on this." All these blokes are giving sidestepping around this union representative. Probably never seen a union in his life. This bugger. And the boys were nervous. They were going to leave him down the river. So happy when the meeting was over. We got him in the boat that took off. But that's another thing with food. You talk about food up there. If you want to get a feeder barra, the boys will cook it for you.
Oh, that'd be great.
The way they do in the bush. So you catch a barra around lunchtime, they take it and then they put it on light a fire on the sticks over the rail rack.
Yeah.
Wrap it in paper bark, tie it up with paper bark string type stuff, and cook them, steam them in that. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. So if anyone wants to go up there, pull in at Woolworths or somewhere in Cairns, buy yourself a little bottle of lemon juice and a salt shaker.
Yeah.
Because the salt shakers up there, they tin them with you. They put them in a plastic bag and an esky full of ice. So you imagine what happens to the salt.
Oh.
You can't get out of it.
No good.
Nah.
You can't get it out of the shaker. It just doesn't come out. So.
Yeah.
I always take my own. So it's pretty good.
And do you often get, do you ever get sharked or crocked up there?
I get sharked. I've had sharks, and that's another reason. The natives will take fish for it. We don't give them to them.
Yeah.
It's like fend for yourself, mate. That's the way it is up here. It's not a charity organisation as such. But if they're bleeding, and they're going to die at any rate, so the boys will keep them, and we're quite happy for that. They trade with the villages all the way up and down the river for barramundi and everything. But we've thrown them in there, and next year, half a barra comes to the top, So
right.
So really, But I've never been sharked. In actual fact, catching one. I've seen them chase them, but I've never. Nothing's ever took one off my line. So.
Oh right, yeah.
And that's the best part about 80-pound line. Whack it in or get them in the boat before it happens.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. If it's not the sticks, it's the crocs or the sharks or something.
Something that'll take them off you.
Yeah.
So get them in the boat, release them, let them go.
The whole heritage and stuff like that over there is just so different to us. Like from cooking their fish to, I've heard there's cannibalism still there.
Yeah, it still goes. Yeah, so I've been told. Yeah,
that's just freaks the shit out of me. But
it still goes.
The barra worth it.
Yeah, and they've embraced the modern era now over there, which is Telstra wrecked it, or whoever runs the telecommunications. They put a tower at the village.
Oh right, yeah.
So in their wisdom, they built this big tower, and then they thought, we've solar power on it. No one told them over there that the village is clouded most of the day, so the batteries go flat in the tower. So the only way they can charge them, they've got to have fuel for them all the time. And
right.
The first time we were up there, we were going up into the jungles. We've been fishing up there for a few days, and there was a what would you call it? A tower type erection up there.
Yeah.
And me and the boys had all these notions about what it was used for. It was a funeral. They put them up there, worship them, do this, do that. No, we think it's a wedding. They get married up there or something like that.
Yeah.
In a minute, 3 or 4 days later, it got the best of me. So I said to old mate guidance, big fella, what's that there for? He said, mobile. I said, what are you talking about? He said, we get up there because we have mobile reception. So they used to climb up on this tower, this structure they built so they get mobile reception.
Yeah, gotcha.
But the government give them all the phones, and that was fine, but no one told them they had to pay for phone calls.
Right.
So they racked up thousands of dollars worth of phone calls and then couldn't pay for them, so the government took all their phones back off them. Because they give them nothing. If you don't fish or you don't hunt or you don't grow garden crops, you starve to death. That's the way it is.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So they grow, as the rivers drop, they grow their vegetables and everything on the
banks
as it goes down. Yeah.
Yeah, right. Wow.
Yeah, build all the fences around to stop the deer and the pigs eating it.
Yeah.
Where they go. Yeah, it's pretty interesting.
Oh, that is pretty cool.
There's a lot of game up there, a lot of deer.
Yeah,
Deer and pigs and stuff over there. Yeah.
You ever come close to a bit of danger up there? Any wildlife? Snakes or crocs, sharks?
Cannibals.
Crocs I have, yeah. Not so much me, no. Some of the other boys have got a bit of a hairy tip every now and then.
Yeah, right.
Don't
ever hear.
They went over to, I can't even think of the name now. Anyway, it'll come to me, but they went over there and they fell through a bridge in an old vehicle they had over there one night and had to jack her up and put more logs under it so they get this vehicle out.
Holy shit.
Yeah, it's pretty hairy. Yeah, it's good. But Moorhead, that's where they were going.
Gotcha.
Over to the Moorhead.
Yeah.
But it was pretty hairy for them. They enjoyed it, that.
Yeah.
But the fishing does get slow. Fair enough,
Yeah. Yeah.
But to say the day we caught all them fish, I had two other blokes with me. One had shingles. Poor old Johnny, he could hardly stand. So another bloke was very old and frail, and I didn't think shouldn't have been up there really, probably.
Yeah.
But and so we pulled up close to camp. We didn't go right down because if anything happens to these fellas, I've got to do something with them.
Yeah.
And we fished there. We sat on the bank there and caught, say, 88 fish one day there. 88 big barra too. All 80s and 90s and that.
Yeah.
Heaps of them. It was funny because the boys come past. He's going. I said, we could hear him coming. I said to Johnny and him, put your rod down, bud. We're having dinner. What? Put your rod down. Put your rod down.
Yeah.
They put it down. They come past. How you going? Nothing here, mate. All right. And they kept going. So when we did the tally that night, we caught 46, we caught 70 or something. How many did you get, Dave? I said, well, we got 88. You told us you got nothing. I said, well, would you tell me? No chance, mate. Well, I would have come and got you. A big ring you would have done. There's no way you were going to. Why would you leave a spot like this to go and tell you fellas to come up here?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, so it was good. But they do silly things, like there's a village not far from where we caught them fish. And you go past it every time you go down the river. You go past it, one village, all the time. And we're pretty friendly with them all up there, the natives, because we go there quite often, as you know. And we were down the river one day, and this other fellow was fishing. We've said to the guide bloke, he said, we need some big fish. Where can we get some big fish from? He said, at my village. He said, what do you mean? He said, but my village. He said, we've been catching meter fish out there for days. we drive past it every morning.
Wow.
Every morning. I said, mate, why'd you tell us? I didn't think you was interested in it. What? Let's go to your place. Call out Mum and Dad to have lunch.
Yeah.
Catch a couple of metres while we're there. So,
holy shit.
yeah, big creek comes out right at the village. Yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
No, it's good fun.
Yeah. And most of the locals are pretty friendly, and
They are. We have no drama with them.
Yeah.
None whatsoever. Take a lot of stuff up there at times, like lollies and books for the kids and pens and pencils for the schools. And
beautiful, yeah.
And the boys have organised, they took 1,500 mosquito nets up on the air, got them delivered up there for them.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and they 20 bags of clothing they bought and got them delivered up there.
Holy shit.
Well, it was awesome. It was awesome in one way, and awesome not so awful in another. So they'd organised a village to deliver all these clothes to. Yeah. So the village put a big spread on, enormous. Yeah. There's people everywhere, and they had meat cooking and stuff everywhere. This is going to be great. This is going to be great. Us fellas, dickheads from Dubbo, we turned up at the wrong village and delivered everything.
Oh, no.
Another village still up the river waiting for us to turn up. We did some other village celebrating all these clothes. We only missed her by about 10 Ks or something. But
oh, no.
Yeah, it wasn't much fun.
Oh, dear.
Yeah. But, they're good, the villages. They don't, they do have the disputes.
Yeah.
And this year was a prime example, But,
okay, yeah.
They're just chasing more money and, they want money for this, want money for that. It's fair enough, some of them, but the prices they ask are ridiculous. So.
Right.
And they go up there. We send, the bloke that runs the show, they went up and bartered with them, and next thing you know, she's all fine. No dramas.
Yeah, gotcha.
Away you go, so.
Yeah.
But we've had blokes up there that put kids through school.
Oh, yeah, right.
Through university.
Oh, awesome.
All the way through. All the way through university, and he become a member of government up there.
Yeah, right.
And this particular bloke, he died here a while ago now. A few years ago now. He passed away, and we took a plaque up there and delivered it to this child's family at the lodge. Yeah. So there's 9 of us, all grown men, and a heap of other blokes, and everyone was crying.
Yeah.
One of the saddest nights I think I've ever had in my life. Very sad night. Yeah, very emotional. But I say, you get to know the people up there,
Yeah,
They
and
love
seeing
it.
them for that long, like
Yeah.
he's been doing
Yeah.
it for 10 odd years, 12 years. So,
They love to see you.
yeah.
You know.
That's right. Well, I don't see my family every year, and it sounds like you see these villages
Yeah,
about every year.
I go and see them, mate. It's good fun. Yeah. No, it's a good spot. I like it up there.
Yeah,
I love it up there, actually.
yeah. Well, you go that many times, mate. You got to love it by now.
Yeah, you couldn't help it, could you?
Yeah, no.
Couldn't help it.
You'd almost know that place like the back of your hand by now.
I can, and which for me is probably not good. I have a regulation for me now, and I don't think it's probably not the right way to do things. But
Yeah.
I don't like to share my information up there.
Gotcha.
So if I go up there and there's a couple of blokes I know and 6 blokes I don't know, they all want to swap boats, which is fair enough. You know, you get a chance to fish with everyone.
Yeah.
Me, I if you come with me, you fish with me for the 6 days.
6 days.
That's the way
gotcha.
it is, mate.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to take you to one of my hot spots
Yeah.
today, and
Then
I
have
get
the
down
next
there
boat
tomorrow.
there tomorrow.
I get there tomorrow morning, and there's 3 blokes in another boat there.
Yeah.
And then down the river, there's another 3 blokes at another spot we visited.
Yeah.
You know, so yeah, which is it's probably not the right thing to do, but you know, I spend a lot of money to go fishing there, and that's what you know.
Well, that's
Yeah.
right.
I want to catch fish.
You've spent the time, the money, and
yeah,
the
they
years.
come on a one-off trip, you know, and they want to take all your spots. So
Yeah.
I don't think it's that fair, and but I suppose it's not the right thing to do. But
Yeah.
you know, if you want to go up there, it's fine. But
No, that's fair enough. It's just like when we come onto a good spot for a cod season and we don't let that go for a little while.
no,
Not until the next cod season and something's changed and it's not there anymore. Oh, yeah, last year's was a good spot.
yeah, that's right.
Everyone works for it. Like you can't expect someone to work their ass off and fish a dam or a river and work it out over 6 months and then just go, hey, everyone,
Yeah.
yeah.
it's here.
Hey, boys.
Yeah, no,
This
that's
spot right here, brilliant.
You've spent a lot of time on it, a lot of money on it,
Yeah.
and doing it, and missed a lot of fish because of the time you spent looking for them.
Yeah, spot on.
You know,
Yeah.
and so why should you just offer it up and go? I'll make up around a bend up there, throw lures at a big rock up there, and away you go.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not going to do that. Like, send them on a wild goose chase and send them the opposite direction. But you know, it's all about catching them.
Yeah. And I mean, figuring those sort of fish out, especially in that situation, is awesome. Figuring out's half the fun.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, you go out, try something. Nah, not really working.
Yeah.
Try something else. Yep, righto, this
Yeah.
is cool. Love this.
And the guides don't know all the spots either, you know, because different villages. They belong to different villages. So
Yeah,
most of the time
yeah.
they don't go into other territories except when
Yeah, righto.
when they're guided.
So they don't
When they're
venture out much.
Yeah, so they don't venture out of their comfort zone.
Yeah.
But you'll say, oh, what about here? All right, they pull up,
Yeah.
throw
Yeah,
some
right.
letters and take off again. You know,
Yeah.
you have a say.
Yeah,
You know?
righto. That'd be good because I'd like in that sort of situation, I wouldn't want to be dictated to. Oh yeah, we're pulling up at this spot for a bit. We're pulling up at this spot for a
Yeah,
bit.
no, that's right. Yeah, no, you need.
Oh, I probably would the first trip. I'd be like, mate, you show me where to go.
You show me where they are.
Oh yeah, going with you for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, some
You
of the
show me
like,
where they are, and that's all I need to do. But there's not much fun in it. But
Yeah.
you like to have some input in it, surely.
Yeah, it'd be cool to pick a bend on the river and go, right, I actually caught a barra off this point and I picked it. Like,
yeah, that's right.
I went away with a bloke a while back here a couple of years ago. But Aaron knows all about it, and I said first day because you can go wherever you want. Really, you go up or down.
Yeah.
But the guides don't cross paths, so the lodge itself
righto.
is more or less their demarcation line.
Yeah.
So the blokes do it up the river, and there's other blokes that do down the river.
Yeah.
And so I said, come on, we'll go up the jungle. Oh, everyone's going downstream. I said, we'll go to the jungle. Why is that? I said, because you'll only get one trip at it. I said, we don't fish the jungle. I'll take you up there today, show you what it's all about.
Yeah.
And that's it. It's all over. And then we'll just fish downstream.
Downstream
Yeah.
from that point on.
Yeah. And, you know, I got up there and hooked into a meter barra,
Yeah.
straight up.
Yeah.
Probably had 4 casts in New Guinea and
Bang.
hooked the barra and destroyed him.
yeah, right. Turned him inside out.
Destroyed him, yeah. Because I said to him, I said, mate, I told you to upgrade everything. I did. I said, where'd you buy your hooks from? I got them on eBay.
well.
Now. All right then. Too easy. Thank you.
This is going to be the rest of your trip,
Oh,
straightening hooks.
But that's the only problem. Not the only problem, but you have, medical help's a long way away if something happens up there. So
yeah.
you really need to be careful. Like,
Yeah.
it's a long way
Has
away.
anything ever gone wrong up there
It
with
has,
someone?
mate. Yeah, we've had numerous things gone wrong.
Oh,
I got
yeah.
belted in the head with a rover, river to sea rover, bloke on a back cast, whack,
Yeah, cracked you.
right in the forehead, then split me open.
No troubles in India.
We had
just-
lucky. We had a doctor with us. So he had about 3 bottles of gin that night and offered to put stitches in for nothing. So,
Oh, really? Yeah,
no, that'd be right, mate. She's not bleeding no more.
yeah.
I'll leave her there. She'll be fine.
Yeah.
So little things like that, you know.
Yeah,
One bloke got very crook with us once.
Yeah.
Actually, they weren't going to let him fly out. They were very concerned about him.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Shit.
But anyway, he got home all right. So,
Yeah. So there's obviously, is there hospitals there or not?
No, not
It's
where we
just-
were. No, the doctor come down to see him. He had a wooden case, a bit bigger
Yeah.
than a wooden pencil case, and pulled out a needle that you'd annihilate a horse with. And said, and if it had been me, I'd have felt really good straight away. I'm fine.
Yeah, no, I'm good
I
now.
actually feel good now, yeah.
So he come down and he left the medicine home, so they'd send a boat back up the river to get the medicine, then come back down again.
Yeah, right.
So that's the sort of thing they run. But
Gotcha. Yeah.
It's not. It's not a good place to get hurt.
No, you.
So,
Oh, shit.
Take your time, get around, just
Yeah, imagine like obviously talking going up in the jungle and stuff. Imagine rolling your ankle or something.
Mate, yeah. Boats and that are slippery, you know. You got fish laying around, barramundi laying on the floor of them all
Water
day, you know, and the
everywhere.
water's running back and forwards. Because in the old days, they used the old Bailey, the boats they used to use for Bailey bridges for the war.
Yeah.
Where they used to strap them together and drive the tanks and trucks across them.
Oh shit!
yeah.
Yeah, right.
That's what they had, and they had 40 horsepower Yamahas on them. They're pretty big. They're 7 metres long, you know, and a
Yeah.
metre and a half wide. There's plenty of
Yeah.
room in them, but very slippery bottoms in them after you've got a couple of barra in there.
Barra.
And slime
Slime
running up and
and-
down the boat all day, you know. So, yeah, you need to be a bit careful about it.
Yeah. Put on some good shoes.
Oh, yeah. Put real good shoes on. Because I know the water used to come through the pop rivers. They used to pop.
Oh, right.
The guides used to get a stick and sharpen it.
Hit the pop river back.
Hammer it in the hole in the boat. Away you go.
Plug him up.
Yeah, because they used to have two guides with him. One of them, that was his job. Just pumping bucket and water out of the boats.
Holy shit!
yeah. But they got new boats up there now. They're not too bad, but they're not as big as the old ones. That's the problem.
Oh, right.
They're a bit
Yeah.
smaller, but no. But the big Yamahas work all right on them. They go.
Yeah.
No dramas. They run all the time. I don't know how many hours they'd have on them.
Oh, mate.
You wouldn't know.
Yeah.
And they drive them like they steal them. So
Yeah.
Like that's one thing I was thinking of too. Like obviously they got no electronics,
No.
so they got no electric motor at the front, and that river pumps. So what
Yeah.
they've got that motor in gear as you boys are casting.
yeah, yep. If you're in a middle current, they will. Most times they anchor up.
Oh right,
They got a rope and they got an old tyre rim. And that's the anchor. So
yeah, right.
You throw the rim in the weeds and let it float out in the middle of the stream to cast.
Yeah,
And that's what you do with them. So we pulled up at a place this year, and I said hadn't pulled up. I said to my mate Robbie, I said, get them to pull up down here. I said, I've never missed catching a metre barra here. I said, I've been up here a heap of times, and every time we've pulled up here, if it's not me, it's someone else has always caught a metre barra from here.
yeah.
Oh, all right, then we'll do that. We pulled up. Robbie's first cast, he's into it. Bang. And good fish, big fish. Took off down the river for him and swum in the reeds down the river.
Yeah.
So we've got to get this thing out of here. So how are we going to do that now? All right then, guides, come on, let's move. We got to get going quickly because this thing's in the weeds, still going hell for leather. We had nothing to cut it with. No, they couldn't undo the rope. She's buried in the marshes.
Yeah.
So they got the scissors out of the first aid kit and sawed the anchor rope in half with it. So when we got down to where Robbie's fish, he had a judge on it. Everything was busted. All the hooks were busted. Had one hook left in him. That's all it had in him.
Oh,
It
wow.
It smashed everything else. It was
Everything else.
98 or something. It went 98.
Yeah.
So they cut it with it. But,
They're like a different breed there. Like obviously you've called Barra in the Northern Territory and stuff.
yeah.
Do they go half as hard as these things over here?
No, I've caught them back up there. No dramas. All of them in the boat like nothing.
Yeah.
But big fish, but fat. This year is probably the fattest I've ever seen fish up there.
Yeah.
They've been eating well. They're just full. They're
Yeah.
big fish. They were. But we were catching, metre 14 now. It's probably 50 odd pound.
Wow.
Yeah, that's a
Yeah,
big fish.
big fish. And are they that silvery colour?
They are, and you also get the real black colour. We're up on the swamps, up on the floodplains.
Yeah,
and you'll get them. I've showed Aaron. I've showed pastures, and they'll be that colour, black.
Yeah, wow.
Black, just a black fish.
Yeah,
big barra black fish, and we've caught them down there, and they're silver. When you start getting down the river, around 5 and 6 and 4 sometimes too, it's tidal influence.
Oh, right.
So the big silver fish will come up there.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, they do come up there.
Like even you were talking about the other day about tidal influence, even in dams that have no connection to the sea at all.
Yes.
For barra.
Yeah, for barra.
Yeah, mate, yeah.
They still go up.
Still fish the high tide. Still fish.
Yep. Super sensitive.
Still fish a bite windows, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Fish your tides.
Yeah. No, they do it all the time.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable. Up there it is, change the tide. Phew.
Yeah, that's when you want to go.
But the boys can't tell you when it's happening. That's the problem.
Like you boys have even hit a barra with a prop, haven't you?
Yes, we did. We got 1.3 meters.
With a prop.
Not this trip. The trip before, we got 1.3 meters scooting along. So we go up, try and get up in end of June, July.
Yeah.
Supposedly the water's just starting to come off the floodplains.
Right.
So you get at the mouth where they're running out the gullies. You just catch bucket loads of fish there. You can't help it. You just catch heaps of fish. And we were taking shortcuts and bang, oh geez, what's that? So we turned around, went back and got big barra.
Big barra.
He's 1.3 meters was. We put him on the map. He's 1.3 meters and hit him with a prop.
Oh.
So you couldn't imagine what must be up on them floodplains. If you had frogs or something up there, across them water lilies,
something weedless,
mate, you'd want to hang on up there. Let me tell you, because you wouldn't know what's in there. And then talking about, you say about the floodplains. One year we're up there, and we were fishing down a place called Three, and the water was steaming out for floodplain.
Yeah,
only a little creek. It was very small, not as wide as the boat even.
Yeah,
we were fishing there. And we had some people come down, and they'd never caught a barra before. They'd never been barra fishing before.
Oh, wow.
So it was all
good
new
place to start, but.
Yeah, what a place. And Glenn, I was with Glenn, and he said, we'll let these blokes fish here.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fine, mate. I got no drama. We caught heaps.
Yeah.
So we called them over, here, boys, have a go. And we caught no big fish there, but we caught a lot of little fish. Little fish that average probably 80 up there, 85 or something like that.
I'll take that every day of the week.
Me too, yeah. For my first trips it was anyway. 50 would have done me. But we called them in and said, here, take this and we'll get going.
Yeah.
So they fished there and, I don't know, 4 or 5 hours later they come down the river. How'd you go, boys? Oh, yeah, we caught some nice fish there. And I said, oh, did you now? He said, yeah, we caught brim and we caught a barra. We caught some really big catfish.
Yeah, righto.
Catfish are bloody horrible. You wouldn't touch them. Anyway, they were happy. And old mate just nonchalantly said, oh, yeah, he said, I got 1.18 meters. I said, you're joking, mate. Then he goes, no. I said, well, you're done for, ain't you? And he goes, yep. And I said, how'd you get that? He said, well, the other 2 blokes went to the front of the boat. He said, I had the big donger on. He said, threw it over my shoulder out in the current behind me, and it went off.
Wow.
It went off.
You just can't big it.
Yep. He had the rod. The fish pulled the reel off the rod.
Oh, wow.
Yep. So one bloke had the reel and he had the rod.
Rod.
And that's how they got it in 1.18 meters.
Holy shit.
And I've had fish not half that size on there with all the good gear properly and can't land one. And these fellas have got, one bloke's got the rod, one bloke's got the reel, and they land 1.18 meters.
Speaking of 1.18 meters, I know 1.18 meters cod caught exactly like that.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, big waka.
Waka?
Brado's old
Yeah.
Yeah, he went fishing with Brado and Loomsy at Wyangler, and they scoped up this cod, and as he's hooked up to it and as he struck, the reels popped out of the seat.
Oh.
So him and Walker and Brado are trying to put this reel onto the rod, and it is fucking one of the best videos I've ever seen.
They filmed it?
Yeah, it's on film, mate. Yeah, so it's on Brado's page, and anyway, as they're trying to do it, Loomsy's grabbed the line. He's hand-lined that 1.18 meters into the net.
Yeah?
On a swim bait. 1.18 meters. Walker's biggest fish.
Wow. I like that look at his hands.
Yeah, I just stirred Loomsy up for that one because I was like, mate, that's them dropper days paying off. You could see your hands going with it.
Braid makes a mess of them too.
Yeah.
It cuts you up.
Lucky it was a damn fish, that's all I can say.
Yeah.
No, it was good fishing up there. But that's the places you want to go. If anyone needs to go there, if you want to catch a lot of fish, big fish too.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I definitely want to do it one year. I've probably got to buy a house before I do that.
No, do it before you buy the house. You won't go. You won't worry about that. You won't need a house again then.
You'll be living up in PNG in no time, mate.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind doing it for me 30th, actually. That'd be fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Let me know when it's on.
Yeah, see, I ain't got one now.
Yeah.
What am I now? 28.
Yeah.
Well, they're talking about doing 3-day trips now. 3 to Bensback, 3 to Lake Murray
Holy shit.
on the one
okay.
trip.
Yeah.
Right.
So you go and chase big barra up there, then go up to Murray and chase black bass.
Black bass. That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah,
It'd be good to tick both of them off in one trip because, yeah, like saying without going, it's a one-time thing, but I'd probably be like you and go, righto. I'd be on the plane back and booking the next one.
And that's what happens. It does. Honestly, it's just so contagious to go up there and have a look how the people live, you know.
Yeah.
So friendly, just happy to be someone to come and talk to them and do the whole thing with them and, you know. Appreciate what they do in the boat. Don't row the shit out of them or nothing like that. You know, like
You're in their backyard.
They're doing their best with what they've got.
Yeah,
and, you know,
that's right.
If blokes are not supplying all the good gear for them, what do you expect?
Yeah, that's right.
I remember the first year I'd been up on a few trips, never caught a metre of fish, and this year I'd caught my first metre, swam straight through the net. Straight through the net it swam.
Oh no!
Unbelievable. Yeah.
That'd be devastating.
Oh, I was devastated. I thought I was going to cry. I've never been so upset in my life. Anyway, they got it. They got it in the boat. But that was at 5.
Yeah, right.
1.5, I should say.
Yeah.
And we went up there not last time, the time before, and when the water was really up high.
Yeah.
And I said to the guides, have we been to 1.5? Anyone fish 1.5? No one's going there. I said, well, I want to go there. I want to go there this
Have a
afternoon.
look.
So we went down there and what are we doing here? And I said, just sit here, be quiet, don't do nothing. We sat there for 20 minutes and next you know, the noise started up in the...
Yep.
Our fish, mate, were going mad, the barra going crazy, just smashing snakeheads and that. So I said, right out then, don't say nothing tonight, we're out of here. So we went home, we never said nothing. And I said to the head bloke up there, the guide bloke, I said, mate, I want to be out of here at 6 o'clock tomorrow morning. All right, I'll organise it for you. So we went at early breakfast, got in the boat, got in there about 7:30. Sun just coming up. By 10 o'clock, we had 5 over a metre in the boat. Straight up. And I got smashed on 2 over a metre there, and broke everything off.
Yeah.
And we dropped probably 2 or 3 more, but we had 5 over a metre in the boat by 10 o'clock. Unbelievable.
Yeah.
And my mate got 2 in 2 casts. So he hooked onto one. They got it in. It was in a viro net. The hooks had set into the viro net. Couldn't get them out. I said, grab your other rod, Johnny. First cast, gone again.
Holy shit.
2 metres and 2 casts he got.
Wow.
So
I'd retire then.
It's just one of those spots, man. Just when it goes big
goes
time.
hard.
Big time. It goes mad.
Yeah. So with doing all this amazing fishing over in PNG, is there anything else that you really want to tick off your bucket? Like, is there a fish you really want to target?
No, I've caught marlin.
Already got the marlin done?
Yeah, I got marlin done. My mate's got a big boat that we go up to Cairns with.
Oh, beautiful.
And we'll take it. We just go up to Cooktown, stick 8,000 litres in it, and head north and go up the tip, turn right, and come home through the reefs for 2 weeks.
Oh, right. Oh, yeah.
We just fish all down the reefs. We just fish all down them. You know, the big boat, you put the nose up in a crevice in the coral reefs there and throw poppers over the top of it and get smashed by, 50-pound GTs and just throw her in reverse and back off it and give it to them.
Yep.
We caught marlin and GTs and big GTs and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Spaniards and coral trout, you name it. We've probably had a crack at
them.
Yeah, we've had a go at them. I got a mate mad on it. Just the young bloke, he just got anything he wanted to ever do, and all he was interested was catching cod and pigs. and got a marlin boat sits up there, like.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I know how much a marlin feels.
Yeah,
I've actually just paid for me club membership of Lake Macquarie.
Oh, you went ahead with the club membership.
Yeah, so
first year's free.
I've Yeah. Well, your first marlin's free. So,
first marlin's free, I should say.
Wish the boys won the comp, and now I'm going to go in and fish a few more with the boys because fuck mate, honestly one of the best things I've ever done.
Yeah, it's good.
But I've never caught barra in saying that. So twice I've been to Queensland chase barra and I got done by COVID and I got done by floods. So
Oh, that's right.
I believe the marlin I caught was probably one of the first that was ever caught on a 30,000 stiller.
Yeah,
really?
right.
Yeah, they'd only just got them into Australia, and when we bought them, and we took them up there, and 2 days later I caught a marlin on one.
There you go.
Yeah, it was a jigging rod. We had it as a jigging rod. It was laying in the corner of the boat. All the marlin rods are out.
Yeah.
I was sitting there having a beer, threw a thing on it, threw it out, went off. It had still a 30,000 on it.
Yeah, and you've called all the marlins, stripes, blues.
No, only the stripes.
Stripes, yeah.
Maybe about 200 odd pounds or something.
Yeah.
I know up north they get some monster blacks, like stupid
big
shit.
Fish, mate.
That's where your 1,000 pound stuff comes out.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, 1,000 pound blacks up, like tip of Queensland. Yeah, some proper fish up there.
Actually, the bloke, when I tell you about when we broke down up there and we couldn't get out the plane, Bill Billstrom was up there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he was one of the blokes that flew in, and I talked to him. He's an interesting bloke to talk to about marlin fishing.
Yeah, he would be.
Yeah,
shit, yeah.
No, very interesting person.
Yeah,
caught a lot of big fish.
Yeah.
No, he's good. No, we done most of it, mate. Yeah, I've caught most things I wanted to catch in my life. Yeah,
ticked all the.
I'm not a trout fisherman by any means. I don't sort of enjoy that sort of fishing and that, but other people do. And we have the opportunity to do it where we work. We're always in the Snowy Mountains working, so there's plenty of opportunity to catch trout and that down there. But I don't know. It's just not me. I don't.
You done it before, or you just?
Yeah, we've had goes at it, and they're quite nice eating if you catch them and put them straight in the boat. Straight in the fry pan. They're beautiful to eat, but there's no dramas whatsoever. Normally it's as cold as bloody.
I don't like that
in the mountains and
cold weather.
I'll probably only go trout fishing maybe 2, max 3 times a year, and it's sort of I'll go. I know the spots where they are and catch a few, and I'll bring them home, and there'll be a few sit in the freezer. Like even last Friday, I pulled out some rainbows out of the freezer and we smoked them up, and beautiful eating fish.
Yeah, beautiful, right? Yeah, no doubt whatsoever about that. Yeah. A lot of dams up in the mountains up there no one even knows about, you go and fishing.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, you'd know some pretty cool stuff.
We do, because we work up on them transmission lines, A lot of the transmission lines through the Snowy Mountains up there. Just
stumble on little treasures that have never been fished before.
Never been touched, it's unbelievable. Yep, that's the best part about it.
Yeah, I love it. We'll have a 20-degree day here, and Dave sends me a photo, and it's snowing on his ute. You're like,
We worked at Cabramatta. We used to get ploughed out in the morning.
Oh, wow. Yeah,
snow ploughs used to come and get us. They'd plough us out in the morning, and then they'd plough us back in at night to camp. Yeah.
That's hectic.
2 days before I went to New Guinea this year, I left up there at 10 o'clock on a Wednesday. No, it wasn't. Sorry, it was 2 o'clock Wednesday afternoon to come home to fly to Cairns.
Yeah.
And it was minus 10. 2 o'clock. So
at minus 10 down there, you find the Cairns, and it's probably 30-something degrees.
In my dick stickers the next day with a T-shirt on, trying to cool down. So that's what it's like up there. But it's just cold, mate. Cold and miserable. But when the days are nice, as you probably know, they're beautiful days up there in the summertime.
Yeah.
Perfect, but not at the moment. No.
Yeah. Oh, well. Now, there was a story that I think I heard right. You actually got a bit of held up at PNG for a barra in a boat. Was that the right?
Yeah.
And this story stuck with me a little bit. I'm like, righto. Yeah,
we were fishing well down the river, and a boat came the other way, and it sort of didn't mean much to me because one of the native boats type thing. Yeah. And the boys turned up. It's 3 of the biggest men I've ever seen in my life, and they were New Guinea Army boys.
Oh, right, yeah.
So one had an SLR with him, so that got my attention.
Real quick.
Straight up. And they were chasing food. So
right.
They had an SLR and an old single-barrel shotgun.
Yeah.
So the bottom of the boat was full of geese, had a couple of deer, and they wanted barramundi for their Meals on Wheels thing. So, can you catch me a barramundi? How many do you want, sir? And we flogged it. We loaded them up with barramundi. They were very happy, and we were very happy when they took off too.
Uber Eats for PNG.
Yeah, God, yeah.
Mate, I tell you, geez, yeah, no, big boys, mate. There's a Meals on Wheels vehicle here, boys. Take these barriers. How many more you want? Big boys.
Oh, that is still the best.
Yeah, they bloody frighten me, I tell you.
Yeah, that's right.
But they're the things you see, like that's all part of the adventure, isn't it? Really, when you think
right.
about it, like
you
couldn't sit here and make it up even if you wanted to. You didn't see it. Like that's the good part about it. But no, it's a wonderful place.
Yeah, whether it's getting a little bit curly on the airplane ride over, or
that's true. Yes.
Meeting the locals there, and
she does get rough, as you know, across the bloody ocean there so much. But across New Guinea is rough. Coming into Daru is very rough.
Yeah,
For some reason, I think it's just the pressure, the atmospheric pressure there, and all that. Very cloudy all the time, rain, drizzle most of the time.
Yeah, gotcha.
Yeah. So it's pretty drizzly like that, but it does get bumpy, but it gets bumpy up in the jungle. I can tell. When you clean everything up.
Yeah.
Tried to land a few times up there and got blown off course, and then take off, and give a full throttle, and
Full throttle.
I've never been so pleased hit the ground, let me tell you. Yeah. As I was saying last time we were up there, a cassowary ran across the track.
Yeah. Yeah, she'd make a mess, that thing.
Oh, you imagine if we cleaned him up, you wouldn't know what would happen.
Oh.
We'd have been eating it for lunch the next day, probably.
Yeah.
Make sandwiches out or something.
Wrap him up.
Wrap him up. Yeah, put him in foil, put him in esky.
Better than Barra.
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, doubt it.
It'd be like emu, I reckon. And you know the old story about cooking emu.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
With a rock.
Yeah, put a rock in it and boil the emu, and by the time it's done, you eat the rock.
Eat the rock. Try to eat the rock.
Yeah.
Well, that's pretty good. I reckon that was a absolute cracking episode.
Yeah.
Well,
Bit of
I hope you enjoyed yourself, boys. I enjoyed being here anyway.
Bit of an eye-opener for a few things, that's for sure.
100%. It's probably going to open my back pocket in a while, but...
Yeah, as I say, my ambition would be to get a full crew from Dubbo to go.
Yeah.
That's what I'd like to do.
Yeah.
you could definitely count me in for one of them, for sure.
Yeah, I'd be keen as anything, keen as mustard.
Mate, I tell you, once you get up there and see what it's got to offer,
Yeah.
unbelievable.
Yeah, it'd be beautiful scenery, great fish.
Yeah.
Good food by the sounds.
I go up with Frontier Fishing up in Northern Territory.
Yeah.
With my mate Blaine, and he's got the charter boat up there, the swordfish.
Oh, right, yeah.
Yeah, he takes us everywhere up there. It's good, really good fishing. Very knowledgeable people.
Yeah.
We've got big tender boats with 300 horsepower motors on them, so you can cover a fair bit of ground quickly.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah.
No, it's good. He's real good up there. So
Beautiful.
that's another place I'd like to take a heap of Dubbo fellas.
Yeah, go up there.
Up there. Out at Croc and Tiwi Islands and all that, fish off there.
Yeah, the TVs I'd love to do too.
Yeah, I've heard good things.
He does
about
all
there.
that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
So that's right. So that'd be my two trips that I'd like to organise at some stage. I'd like to take a crew to New Guinea and a crew up there. I reckon we'd have a good time.
Oh, 100%.
Anytime I'm fishing, it's always a good time, I think.
Yeah. Everyone's got the same sense of humour. Most of us followers, isn't it? We all laugh at each other's silly jokes and pranks and everything else. So it suits me fine.
I'd be right going to Papa New Guinea. I'm too big for them to cook.
Me too.
Not enough wood in the fire. Not enough wood in the forest.
That's what my wife said. The only reason they don't cook it because they can't get enough firewood.
Beautiful. Right, well, I might leave it there, mate. Thanks for coming in.
Thank you.
Thanks,
It's great.
Yeah.
Been a good night.
100%.
Yeah.
Right, no, and we'll catch us next time.
Thanks, guys. See you later.
All right, guys, just to round this episode out, just going to mention a few things. So if you're enjoying the content we're putting out, we're enjoying making it. So hopefully you're enjoying
Every
listening
minute.
to it. Don't forget to go check out our socials on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. On all three, it is Cod Tales Podcast. And as we've been doing and may have seen, we are still running our mental health lure board. So up this week and ending this Sunday, we have a last batch Rick Peel snake and a U-Butte Lures tackle box full of lovely little goodies.
That we do. So that'll end up finishing at 6 p.m. on Sunday after this podcast is released.
Special mention, we have donated our first $1,000 to
Yes.
Black Dog Institute.
Black Dog's got the first 1,000, and me and Dane are going to happily announce that we're going to do our second 1,000 next week. So shout out to all you guys and all the inspiration and help we've had doing this. It's unreal donating $2,000 in 3 weeks.
Mate, I can't believe how much support we've had from you guys out there. It's unreal. It's really heartwarming, to be honest.
Absolutely, mate. Mental health matters, and it's really good to see the support behind it.
Yeah, it's beautiful. And to round it out, don't forget, we are still running the biggest Yeller comp by December 1st.
Yes, we are.
And that's going to get you a tasty $300 pack from Wilson.
That's right.
What's it include as?
It's got swim baits, spinner baits, divers, surface, everything you need to start your cod season off on the 1st December.
And just remember, we need a photo on a brag mat, see the tip and tail, with a bit of cod tails written somewhere on a piece of paper. Send us a video with you saying our name or a stubby holder, which we're now selling. And just hit us up on Messenger if you want one of these bad boys.
That's right. We'll get it sent off to you. So
Catch us next week.
thank you, beautiful people.
Next fortnight.
Let's go.